happy Thursday. You guys, this week is just flying by. October is barreling at us and I'm here for it. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but the summer felt kind of crazy. And like my kids have been back in school for a while now, but I'm still finding my equilibrium and creating my own schedule. And I know that resonates with a lot of you, whether you're homeschooling or your kiddos are back in school, or maybe your kids aren't even, home still. Like, it's just about finding your footing in every season. So this is a mashup of all the things. It's a quick but sweet video. I'm hoping that you listen, take what you need. Okay, so I'm sorry, we're moving. I hope it doesn't make you feel sick, but I want to chat about a couple things. So you guys, I decided that since really the only thing you need to have in order to participate in our 90-day agreement is a journal, I ordered my very favorite journal, and I'm feeling pink right now, and I decided to do a giveaway. So if any of you need a challenge pack, which is a year of streaming bod and a month of Shakeology, or this stuff, which is freaking magical. This is the post-workout. This is how I can still lift my arms after week 7. Lift more. But if you want to get that, if your Beachbody On Demand is renewing and you want to upgrade to a challenge pack, A, I have a $20 off coupon for you, coupon code. And B, if you do that, if you order this month before October 1st, I'm going to send you one of my very favorite journals. So you will have one to do 90-day agreement. Okay, so there's that out of the way. 90 days. Can we talk about it for a second? Because I am a recovering chronic quitter, and I was an expert, I still am an expert of coming up with all the reasons why it might not look the way it should. And that means I shouldn't go all in. And it's kind of a defense mechanism. I think that resonates with a lot of us, but really at the end of the day, the days are gonna pass no matter what. The 90 days are gonna come and go. Christmas is going to be here, and then New Year's, and then it's January. And for some reason, most of us have this mentality that something magical happens in January. January 1st is no different than October 1st. It's no different than September 29th. It's no different than freaking June 18th, okay? It's just another freaking day. And sometimes we can put way too much pressure on it, and we put too much pressure on it, and it doesn't need to have pressure. So that's why 90 days, we start on Monday, October 3rd. Yeah, it's the last 90 days of the year, but oh well, those days are gonna pass whether you commit to it or not, whether you come up with excuses why it will work for you or not. You guys, this life is so precious, and we get to be on this journey. I think sometimes we get caught up in the negativity of it, right? Like, I need to lose the weight, or I have to be lifting heavier, or I need to be further along in my journey. And maybe, says who? I don't know why we have this timeline. I don't know why we're so obsessed with it needing to look a certain way when this is your life. This is your imperfectly perfect journey, and it's gonna unfold day by day, step by step. So honor who you are every single day. Make that promise with me to yourself that you're gonna do your best and you're gonna surrender the rest. And it's okay if there's some struggle, and it's okay if it's uncomfortable, and it's okay if it takes you longer. This is your journey. So be open to it. Be grateful that you can live it. I don't have to work out every single day, even though that was my mentality once upon a time. I have to do this. I have to eat this way. I have to do this. I have to read the book. I have to show up to this. It didn't serve me. So you get to choose your filter. It's like putting on your perspectacles. You get to choose how you want to show up to your journey. If you're going to come with an attitude of gratitude, like, I get to move my body. Yeah, some days we're more tired. And yeah, some days we don't really feel like it. But you still get to do it. It is a privilege. It is a gift. You get to do this. You get to show yourself that you love yourself enough to do the freaking thing. And if that is really foreign, then that, my friend, is the perfect opportunity for you to dig into that. Your mindset dictates whether or not you will fail or you will succeed. It's all about your filter. We look for proof. We look for proof that we're winning. We look for proof that we're sucking. We look for proof that it's too hard or too much money or too much time. We look for proof. So you have to set that mental filter every single day. It's like hygiene, okay? I'm going to choose my filter, and you're going to have normal human thoughts, and there's going to be negativity that creeps in because welcome to real life. This is how it rolls. But it's just about reconditioning yourself. It's about having self-awareness and taking radical self-responsibility that you get to show up to this journey, that you get to show up to this life. That's why I'm always talking about having your proof, okay? And that's really what the 90-day agreement is about. It's about finding your proof every single day, building your own hype reel, being your own hype girl. Okay, you get to do that. We get to do that. And I'm telling you from personal freaking experience, because the version I am today has nothing in common with the girl I was 8, 9, 10 years ago. Nothing. Well, other than the same husband and kids, right? And one of the same cats. But it really has changed who I am, and that's why I share this here, because I know if it could work for me. I was a chronic quitter, there's no way that would work for me. I was totally above Beachbody. I'm not interested. I don't want to drink your creepy shake. I like to chew my food. That was totally me. So I get it. Some of you who have these objections, I totally understand. And I'm telling you that this is so much more than a workout. This is so much more than superfoods. This is so much more than color-coded containers or any of it. This is your freaking life. And I don't want you to be a clone. I don't want you to be some kind of weird Beachbody robot. I just want you to step into that next level version of yourself today, not when you become her. You become her right now when you make the decision to show up as that version of yourself that holds the promise to yourself, that pushes play when you don't feel like it, or goes outside and goes for a walk. You guys, it all adds up. It all adds up, and that goes both ways. Those little slippery decisions where it's like, well, it doesn't really matter, and I could have that extra Rice Krispie treat, or I could sleep in instead of doing my morning routine, or I'll get to my workout next week, or when we're not traveling. Those are kind of valid. And if it's a one day thing, it's not a big deal. But the problem is, for so many of us, one day becomes 2 days, and 2 days becomes 3 days, and 3 days becomes a week, and then it's 2 weeks, and then it's 3 weeks. And then you've essentially broken a promise to yourself, and that creates kind of decision fatigue and shame and all the stuff that doesn't serve us. So wherever you're at in your journey, if you've been rocking it out or if you've been struggle busting it, this is my hand right here. Here's my hand. Grab my hand and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to trust the process. I talked about this yesterday, that this is a 90-day snapshot. This is not 75 hard. This is not, I have to have every single day perfect or I go back to day one. This isn't, I do 1 week and then I pause and then I pick up day 8, 2 weeks later. That's not what this is. This is 90 days on the calendar that you are committed to doing your best, to being authentic, to being true, to being real, to pushing yourself to get a little bit uncomfortable and do the next right thing, because the next right thing, it might seem so insignificant, but I'm telling you, it builds your belief. And at the end of the day, that's what this all comes down to. It comes down to whether or not you're willing and able to keep and honor promises that you've made to yourself. And if you're willing to just trust the process and do what you said you're going to do. It doesn't need to be perfect. And even if that means it is literally you just barely touching it, that is still a win. We still highlight that. We still collect that. We still get momentum from that versus staying in this place of it should have looked better or it could have been more or I feel like it's blah, blah, blah. Just stop. Okay. So we begin on Monday. I really hope that some of you do this with me. I'm going to be connecting with all of you who have RSVP'd to the event. You don't have to RSVP to the event, but use your words and let me know that you're going to do this with you. When we make a promise and we keep it secret squirrel and we don't tell anyone, it's so easy to quit. But if you have skin in the game and you raise your hand and you say, maybe I'm scared or nervous or I don't know if I can do this, but I want to try. I want to trust myself. I want to build the belief. I want to create the momentum, because it's never, ever, ever about being motivated. It's never about being motivated. It's about making the decision and then taking the daily action to create the momentum. The momentum is where it's at, you guys. You got to take the daily action. So let me know if you're going to do this with me. If you need help figuring out a program or you're feeling super overwhelmed, there's no shame in this game. I don't care how long you've been here or how many programs you've done or not done. I don't care how many day ones you've had. I just care that you are here and that you're in it with me and that you're going to do your best and surrender the rest. Okay? Okay. I shared yesterday the calendar, and there were a few of you that were excited about evening workouts, which makes me so excited. I want to show up with you. So we've done this in the past, and it's kind of funny because the few of us that showed up were people who showed up in the morning already, so we don't need that accountability, but we were showing up like maybe someone else needs us. So if you need us, let us know what time works for you, and then I will show up with you. Maybe not every single day because, sometimes life happens. I already show up in the morning, but I want to help you help yourself. And sometimes we need somebody else to fist bump us and tag us, all the things. if you're part of this tribe and you're working with me as your coach, you should have my cell phone number. You're always welcome to text me on a low belief day and say, I am struggling. This feels hard. I don't know if I can do this, or this workout sucks. You can text me those things. I am giving you that option. I'm telling you, I kind of suck at Messenger. It's a black hole for me. I'm trying to get better at that and reframe it, but that's also my truth. I don't particularly enjoy it. So if you need a fist bump, if you need someone, if you want me to send you one of my little pep talks, I will happily do that, my friend, because I remember what it's like to be in a state of struggle, okay? And there's days that I still am in struggle. That's why coaching helps me, right? Because it's me getting outside of my head, getting out of my own way, and knowing that there's a bigger picture, and then I'm accountable to you guys. You guys keep me honest, okay? So with that said, I'm going to answer one of the questions I got about coaching. This has been really awesome. A couple of you have sent me your deepest, darkest, let's get gritty questions about coaching, and I love that. So if you're thinking about it, if you've been chewing on it, maybe you're already a coach, send me an anonymous question, and I'll talk about this stuff because it's all valid. I was invited to Beachbody for so long, and I said, no thanks, I'm good. I was actually teaching fitness classes. I had zero interest in this, but it turned out it totally changed my whole life once I let go of my ego. And here we are all these years later. But it took me probably about a year to say yes to coaching. I was watching other people. I was going to people's sneak peeks and like, what is that exactly? Is it? I had sold essential oils in the past and was pretty terrible at it actually. So I didn't have a lot of belief, and I've sold things in the past, but it has never been my love language. It's not something I particularly enjoy. So I had a lot of objections around coaching. So I want to know what is in your way and what you're worried about, and then we'll just talk about it. I'm not here to convince you. I mean, you're going to do what you want to do, right? But I want to shine a light and answer some questions in case you need it. Okay. So I got a question from one of you who shall remain nameless. And let's see here. Which one am I going to pick? We're going to pick this one. Oh, I talked about this one last week. I talked about the mental commitment. Okay, so here is a question. The question is sales. We have to sell something, right? Okay, so yes, there are sales involved with this. But I think everything these days is selling, right? I get emails, I don't know how many, from Old Navy and all these other places, and they send me pictures of stuff, right? They send me their advertisements. They're trying to sell me, but I still open those emails. I'm okay being sold to. Going to Target, the dollar spot, I'm okay being sold to. I don't know why. I know why. I know some people do it icky, and then you feel like you're just a transaction, and that's not what this is, okay? They're selling everywhere in the world. Everything is for sale right now. And that's the beauty of this business, that you get to do it when it's convenient for you. But here's the deal. Like I said, I did doTERRA before. I was terrible at it. I struggled. I did house parties. I was busy. I was always sharing about it. And even though I was using them, and I still use my oils on the regular, it just didn't resonate. So I am more interested in talking to those of you that have had a personal transformation. And when I say a personal transformation, I'm not talking about you've lost 100 pounds and you can grate cheese on your abs. That's not what this is. Those of you who are like me, it's changed your life, and it has given you areas of belief and perspective, and maybe it's just really been something that is just for you, because as moms, there's so many things that aren't just for us, right? But my workouts are just for me, and they've changed my life. And so I do share about them on the regular. There is a product to sell. There is income and commissions to be made, but you can do this in an icky way, or you can do this in a service way. Like, I have this thing that has worked for me, and maybe it will work for you, and maybe it won't. I'm never attached to it. I'm not like, oh God, I hope they buy something, because it's not for everyone. Some people need to go to the gym. Some people need an entirely different experience. But I know that this has changed my life. And I know it's not just about my body, right? This has brought me through seasons of depression, seasons of like car accidents. This has literally been my freaking oxygen mask. And so when I think of it in terms of that, and I share about my journey from that this has, as kind of ridiculous as it sounds, saved my life and my marriage in more than one season and occasion. there's an urgency with it, right? It feels different. So I'm not saying be gross. I've recently unfriended a few people who become new Beachbody coaches and they just like barf it everywhere and it's gross. And that's not what I'm asking you to do. That's not what I do. I share my journey authentically and real, truthfully. And there will be people just like me, just like you, that it resonates with. And there'll be other people who are like, bye, and that's okay. We're not for everyone. You're not here to speak to everyone. You are here to share your own authentic, imperfect, messy, but real journey. And if you can inspire someone, if you can help someone change their freaking life and stop quitting, that's really freaking powerful. So yes, there is a product to sell. There is no monthly minimum. You won't be kicked out as a coach if you don't. They have changed recently. So we have there's coach and then there's preferred customer. So if you don't want to do any kind of coaching, but you do want to get the discount, you can sign up for preferred customer. Totally cool. That's awesome. You save 25%. You get early access to stuff. If you're getting Shakeology every single month, you should probably look into being a preferred customer. But if you're signed up as a coach and you're not actually helping anyone, then they do recategorize you now as a preferred customer. And I think that's fine. And if you are a preferred customer and at some point you decide, hey, I want to coach, I want to make a commission, I want to grow a team, I want to help people get results, then that's an easy switch to make. Okay. So let's see here. What did I say in this question? I said that I sold doTERRA before and I super sucked. And that's why I said no to coaching for so long. But when you live it and you love it, I think it just feels different. So I'm not going to blow smoke up your tuchus and tell you it's the most easiest thing ever, because it's not. If you're here to grow a business, if you're here to make an impact, it's going to take growth. It's going to take personal development. It's going to take you being consistent. But the thing I love the most about it is you cannot be successful at this business if you don't love it and you don't live it. And that means you're doing a program and you're doing the mindset work and you're plugged into a community. And when you do those three things, you do a program, you do your workouts, you plug into a community and you find and give support. And when you do the mindset work, you're changing your freaking life. So even if you don't change anyone else's life initially, you are changing your life. And when you change your life and your mindset, you change your family's life. And when you change your family's life, that freaking boomerangs and it becomes way more than just you doing a little workout in your living room. Okay, that becomes a generational domino. That's really freaking powerful. I actually have goosebumps. That's powerful if you think about it. Okay, so this is Thursday. Every Thursday, coaches who are building businesses, who are helping other people get results, we do get paid. There is a business opportunity. I am not here to barf it at you. I'm not here to convince you need to do it. But I wish that I had known that sooner. And I wish that I'd asked these questions earlier and kind of gotten out of my own way. If you have a gut nudge, I'm here to help you navigate it. Okay. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not going to be act fast. You need to get in. That's not how I built my business. I don't want to come from a place of hustle. I don't want to come from a place of let's work. I want to come from a place of I live this and I love it and it has blessed my life and I'm going to shine that light for other people and I'm going to show up for you and I'm going to encourage you to just do whatever you need to do today. Do the thing. Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Okay? So if you want one of my journals, I have 3 to give away. And if you don't like pink, then maybe I will even order you a different color. But grab a challenge pack. Let me know if you need my code. Happy to share. Otherwise, you guys, we begin Monday. I am so excited. It's going to be a perfectly imperfect journey. It will be messy. I know I've been doing a different 90-day challenge over here. And I know there's been days I've missed and it's been really hard to stomach that. And I've wanted to go back. I've wanted to fudge the numbers, but that's not what this is. This is not about how perfect it can be. This is about you taking an authentic, real snapshot of your journey, perfectly imperfect. Okay. So I'm excited to begin. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, do the thing today. Share your accountability. Be your own freaking rainbow, yo. Okay. Okay.